Hopefulness 2.0 July 15th. Ugh. Sleepy, but at the same time, I kind of gotta stay up a little bit, I think. I don't know. I'll figure it out, I'm not sure. Well, at minimum, I've gotta eat some of that because I haven't had anything to eat in a while. And then on top of it, let's see, where'd you go? Let's use you. And then, wait, oh, I finished it. Okay, so, well, shit. I thought I had rice, but I finished it last night. So what I was gonna do was gonna take the bacon and like a piece of chicken, cut them up and put them into some rice, and then have them prepped so that I could just heat them up. But no rice, so now I gotta make rice. I may not need to make rice. I will see. I've got quite a lot of chicken stock. My God. Not gonna do it. Oh. Whoops. Don't want the butter to fall on the floor. This thing is like super full. And not much fat on it either, which is good. Because usually when it gets fatty, that's problematic. But, So an interesting thing happened today. Well, it technically started last night. But when I got home, I'm like, all right, I'm tired. I'm going to do this. I'm going to record the thing. I'm going to, get myself ready. With the chicken and the bacon and the rice, not knowing. But then I couldn't get in because I had locked the inner door and I don't have a key for it. Now, I don't lock that door because I don't have a key for it. And it's like, well, and I mean, I really don't need to. The storm door does the job. It's got a deadbolt. It's, it's a nice metal door. Like, if somebody were to try to take that thing off the hinges and stuff, they're going to be making a lot of noise. So I come up, try to unlock, doesn't work. I'm like, all right, let's go to the back and see what happens. No, I can't unlock that either. Fuck. I come back around, and landlady's like maybe 30 seconds behind me at that point. Not literally behind me, but like 30 seconds from coming over. I go and I'm just like, well, fuck, what do I do? And then I sit down on the porch, and then she's like right there, and she's got some keys on hand. Well, they're the keys that I have, effectively. It's the key to the storm door, but the key doesn't work for that door. Otherwise, it would have been in. It wouldn't have been a problem. So we get to talking about it and whatnot, and told her came back here and everything didn't work. So she's like, okay, well, I'll just gonna call her husband and see what he has to say. And he's a contractor and everything, and who knows how much time he's got or when he's gonna be able to be available or what have you. And then he was like up in Van Nuys, and apparently it was like a 30-40 minute drive. It didn't even feel like it. I was just on my phone the whole time. And then in the process of it, I had said, I kind of wish I had a dishwasher. And so we started talking about it. And I was thinking, like, it would make a good spot right here. You know what I mean? Like, I get like pissy and shit on these videos just because like it's often me just venting. But I'm not gonna get pissy with her. She's nice. And it was a conversation, and it was mild suggestion. It wasn't even like an attempt at like just saying, well, it would be better, blah, blah, blah. It was just, information. And she's like, well, maybe talk to my husband and see, when he gets here, we can talk about it and see what happened. And, then I showed him here. And it's like, when he was in here, once he literally drilled a hole through the fucking door handle because they don't have a key either. So he's like, all right, drill, 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 drill. I mean, that fucking door handle, I'll admit, it was a solid one. It took a lot of work for him to get through it. It wasn't until he had actually pulled the core out that he was even able to turn the handle. It was a solid ass fucking door handle, I'll admit. But I'm sure he's the one that installed it too, and so he probably knows, best about it all. But put a lot of fucking work into that thing. Yeah, so that was interesting. And then I had them both come in here. The place isn't exactly the cleanest. It's not exactly dirty or anything. Got stuff all over the fucking place, and everything is mostly clean. It's very chaotic. That's my life. But I do need to clean up in here at least, especially if they decide to install a dishwasher. And he was, kind of measuring some stuff out and making some estimations and stuff when it comes to the physical size and whatnot. And I was like, well, if it doesn't work out, it's okay. It's not, I was being amenable, if, because it's like I wasn't even expecting that to happen. And so I was like, yeah, whatever. But I might have a dishwasher soon, which would be kind of cool. They don't have, generally speaking, fewer dishes overall, which would be nice. So there's that. I'm eating my overnight oats that I made, I want to say yesterday morning after I got off, before I don't know. I think I made them yesterday before I went to bed, so in the morning, essentially. So a different overnight, effectively. Oh no. Shit. I don't really need the colander. I like using the colander when it comes to rice, just because it's easier. Generally. But I just, 3 scoops. Pack rice, and rinse it off, no big deal. Yeah, I can use my, I guess I can move the camera yet again. Boom! There's my stock. Homemade stock. Throw in some carrots, throw in an onion. I almost ruined it. And it may be, I don't know. I haven't actually tried. I haven't tested it. Let's, the better stuff for this. Yeah. Ah, shit. The handle on the drawer got caught on the fly flap. Silky. That's smooth, yo. That's some smooth ass fucking stock. Holy crap. Okay. Tastes like chicken. It doesn't taste burnt, which is what I was looking for. A weird taste to taste after overnight oats, though, that's for sure. So anyway. So I'm gonna rinse this off here real quick. Yeah, it definitely needs a rinse. There's a lot of particles in here. Oops. Don't throw away the rice. And since the stock is pretty silky and it's not as thick as it usually has been, I think I'll just go full stock instead of, because I didn't reduce it a ton. In fact, I probably should have reduced it a bit, but it's okay, it's whatever. It's just not going to be as intense. But it's still pretty flavorful. Yeah, I prefer the colander method. It's just works better, in my opinion. Now time to spoon this shit in here. Managed to pull off quite a bit of the fat too while it was cooking, which is good. Usually there's quite a big layer of it. And this just makes it nice and intense, flavor-wise, without it being like overpowering. It's really good. Plus, it's a great way to use the bones in chicken thighs. Now, I could just get boneless chicken thighs, which basically is boneless, skinless, but it's more expensive too. It's like $1.99 per pound for the bone in right now, because everything is more expensive than it has been for a while, but it's whatever. But with the bones, you get to make stock. And homemade stock is shit. I keep forgetting to put in bay leaves when I make this stuff. But I did boil the water down, like to the point where I could have burned this, and that would have been bad if I had done that. But I did not, fortunately. So I saved myself that headache. It's not fucking sticking to the sides and shit. But yeah, homemade stock, pretty good stuff. Got all my chicken in there, and once you cook the chicken, it sits in the fridge for a while, but it lasts. And then I've also got some pizza dough that I forgot to put oil in, so it's more associated with bread dough. It's like the recipe that I use is the Admiral Greasy video recipe, and he throws in some oil, but I forgot to put the oil in. But that's whatever, it happens. Let's go ahead and wipe the sides down. So now I got a little bit of drips on the side. I think I have two filters left. That's good. So I can have some coffee later too, because I probably need it. Because I don't work tonight. It's Friday. But I do work Saturday, so it's probably going to be a good idea for me to prepare for that when the time comes. So I can be awake and all that shit. One thing I also like to do, sometimes I forget, I try not to do it anymore into the rice itself while it's cooking, but I try to add lime juice, even just splashes of old lime juice, just because it's a little extra flavor. What I typically do is when I reheat it, Um, I'll reheat the rice and whatever meat that I have together at once. I put it in for about half power and for about 5 or 6 minutes, usually about 6. It just tends to work out pretty well like that. Then throw in whatever seasonings I need to put in, mix those all in, cook that for another 5 minutes on half power. And so that's when I would put in, like the lemon juice if I had either one of them. Now I happen to have some lime juice still. It's a little bit, not a whole lot. Just tend to forget to put it in there. But yeah, so dishwasher has the potential of coming, which would be great if I got one, because then I make a lot of dishes. It would be easy as hell. And because I have been informed as to how to use them per technology connections, I know the best way to do it. Pour a little bit into the bottom. Usually there's like a little thing for pre-soak and whatnot. And then, or pre-rinse, pre-wash, whatever it is. And then there's the full wash. And if you use the powdered stuff, while it seems like it's less efficient and it might, give you spots or whatever, I mean, generally who fucking cares about spots? Especially if it's clean. You're just gonna use it and make it dirty again. The only time I would think anybody would actually give a shit about spots is if they're, hosting a dinner party or something. And at that point, you're probably going to go hardcore and start, hand polishing shit on your own anyway. So, wash them in the dishwasher, make your life that much easier, and then when they're done in the dishwasher, take them out, start hand drying them. Who gives a fuck? It's like, as long as they're not dirty, you should be okay and not give two shits. Really. It's the vanity of, spotless fucking, like, you're never going to get it completely spot free. And especially if you have hard water, it's just not going to happen. With hard water, you're going to need to put in more soap anyway. And so then you run the risk of, potentially putting in too much soap and thus having soap deposits. But the chances are they're probably not going to be that bad anyway. So, oh yeah, I should be getting what's it called? Curtain for this window over here on the back door. Because that's fine, but it has a curtain rod up there. But it's pointless because you can't really see in through there. And I like the stained glass. It's just, you can see out and then you can see in. And usually I'm not wearing clothes. Nobody wants to see me shirtless. So yeah. Got paid today. I will have enough money to pay rent at the end of the month. I have just under $1,500 right now. Even if I only worked 3 days a week for the next couple of weeks, I would still make enough. Because I think the pay period ending was just after the holiday. So I got paid holiday pay for that, and that was a full 8 hours. So yeah, it was, I didn't technically work the full holiday if you think about it, because I worked from midnight to 7 a.m. on the holiday, and I worked an hour before on the day before. But whatever, I ain't gonna bitch about that. 24 extra bucks versus, 8 technically. Since, 16 versus 24. but it's whatever. Bananas are looking and smelling good. Give them a couple more days at least. If I'm lucky, I might be able to time them until Tuesday to then mash them up and cook them, which would be great. Be good timing for that. Otherwise, it's whatever. Because I don't have the schedule yet for next week. But I'm probably gonna work Monday night because the dude who usually runs it, he's gonna be out of town. So I might end up working 3 nights in a row. But either way, I mean, Tuesday will be the day. If I don't work Monday night, then I can probably do the mushrooms, bananas on Monday night. But anyway, so I can't think of anything else. Otherwise, just rambling on. I gotta do cleaning and shit at some point after I sleep because I ain't doing much after this video is done. So.